Welcome back to Skippers. Today we are doing sleepers part 2, a little deeper for me. Jared has a good guy that he likes as well. 3 more sleepers for your fantasy baseball teams. Road to 10K, boys. I'm starting to get nervous about the 24-hour stream. That's how much subscribers have come in the past week.
People are talking.
Month.
People are talking about 10K. You guys have been great, so make sure you pound that sub button.
Yeah, the logistics aren't going to be great for us, but we're going to have to make it happen. 10K.
The plan is to have a big giveaway in the live stream. So 10K, motivation to subscribe.
Love it. Join the court as well. We'll answer your questions. If not us, someone else will. I'll go first. My first deep sleeper, Jeremy Pena of the Astros, an ADP of 390.
So this guy isn't getting drafted.
Oh, no, not in your regular leagues, that's for sure. Some of you guys play crazy leagues, but for a regular person, this guy is not getting drafted. He's the Astros' top prospect. Last season, mostly in AAA, 37 games, 160 plate appearances, /297, 363, 579, with 10 homers and 6 bags. Only 37 games, that's it. So I was reading this Fantasy Pros article by Jason Freeman. This is what he had to say about Jeremy Pena. So obviously, he looks to take over the role of Carlos Correa, and he's still battling Ledvis Diaz for the job, but all points have pointed to Jeremy Pena making the immediate impact at the top of one of the best lineups in all of baseball. From March 23rd to the 29th, he started 4 of 6 possible games, but just as important, as it says here, he hit leadoff in 3 of those 4 starts. I think it's crazy that they're going to hit him leadoff.
Who
based on roster composition?
Who was leadoff last year? Altuve?
I have no idea. Hey, he's obviously up there as one of those guys. But for me, I would just think, hey, Kyle Tucker moves up, but Kyle Tucker still seems to be hitting 6 or 7. But then you need to find value other places, and a guy like Jeremy Pena is where you find this value. So they currently only projected Pena for 456 plate appearances, but if he wins the shortstop and leadoff job, he's closer to 650 plate appearances. So they prorated his projections over 650 plate appearances, and that's 85 runs, 24 homers, 79 RBIs, and 14 stolen bases. That's like a top 10 pick for a guy. Like that's Willy Adames at 390 ADP. So I think this is a guy that you could have a huge bargain on. Maybe you don't have to draft him because your league's so shallow, but week 1, week 2, you see this thing start to take off, you need to keep your eyes on Jeremy Pena.
Yeah, it's a very deep sleeper. I think it makes sense. I have a little bit, I guess I'm harsher on him hitting at top of the order. I think it's Kyle Tucker's time. I can't see Kyle Tucker hitting 6 and then putting a rookie 1.
That's what they've done all spring. It makes no sense to me.
Like Kyle Tucker rather has to go to a different team or what, but that guy's just way too good for hitting 6 in a lineup. But hey, like the Astros have done it before. I mean, Kyle Tucker hit 6-7 last year. No one really
they made it to the World Series.
Yeah, they made it to the World Series. So the Astros, they might have found a gem here. It'd be a great pickup, I think, waiver wire pickup first week.
Absolutely.
I am going with Luke Voit. Obviously, the Yankees decided to move on because they had way too many first basemen, way too many utility hitters. Got traded to the Padres. I really like this late pick at first base. I think that he can, obviously, we know what he did in 2020. He was the home run leader. Last year was filled with injuries, so I don't really take it that serious. Obviously, the injuries were pretty severe. He's projected to hit 4 for the Padres to start the year. The issue was last year was he was riding his highest K percentage of his career at 30%. So in 2020, he was around 23. If he can get back to that.
Led the majors in homers, didn't he?
Yeah, 22 home runs in 56 games.
I don't know if you said that. I was zoned out.
No, I did. I did to start. I said that. 22 home runs in 56 games.
Injuries last year, too.
Injuries just killed him. And that, like I said, but over 10% barrel percentage the last 3 years. He actually hits better away than home. Nice. So you would almost think like, oh shit, like he's going from the short porch to going to the NL. Maybe that's not a good, but hey, it looks good. I mean, 276 away in his career, 258 at home. He's a career 305 hitter with runners in scoring position.
That's good for RBIs. That's for sure.
That's good for RBIs. His exit velo was actually higher last year than the year before, which shocked me. So I think a healthy Luke Voit is very dangerous right now, and you're looking for a deep first baseman late in the draft, go pick up Luke Voit.
I think it's a good revenge tour for Luke Voit this season.
Yes.
All right, this one's ugly. I've been very excited about him this spring. That is Mitch Keller of the Pirates, an ADP, what is it here? 412. Mitch Keller has stunk over his career. Like, there's no two ways about it. Last season, 5-11, 6.17 ERA. whip of 1.79. That's like my college stats. That's how bad those were. But there's so much to be excited about for Mitch Keller this season. I log on to Twitter middle of February, and I see this video of this guy throwing 100 in a bullpen. I was like, who the fuck is that? Sorry, I didn't mean to swear.
That video is all time. Like the scouts are like behind watching.
I think it's just the guys he was training with.
Just,
and I see 100 on the radar gun just dotting a fastball. Who is that? See, it's Mitch Keller. His fastball only averaged 93.8 miles per hour in 2021. So seeing 100 from that, it's like, whoa, we've made some good changes here. In his first 3 seasons, he only threw 41 fastballs faster than 97 miles an hour. And in his first 2 games in the spring, Mitch Keller has thrown 21 fastballs over 97 miles an hour. By no means has he ever been good. That's why your friends aren't going to draft him. That's why your friends aren't going to pick him up in the first or second week. So I think this is where you need to look at him. He's a former top prospect with really... This could almost be his last chance if he just doesn't figure it out. Yep. I think he can break out on a really shitty Pirates team. This is another thing I saw on Twitter. Corbin Burns had an 8.82 ERA in 49 innings in 2019. So these guys like Mitch Keller, Jesus Luzardo, just because you think they suck, they could get better. Prospect growth isn't linear. Everyone knows that. It's the ups and downs. This spring so far, 8.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 7 Ks, 1 walk, no earned runs. I think the control is a nice thing to see here for Mitch Keller. This is ugly. People might say, nope, Mitch Keller sucks, but I think this is the year that Mitch Keller could finally put it together.
I want to put something in your head.
Yeah.
And I want you to say if you agree or not.
Okay.
Mitch Keller is the next John Means of this year.
In what sense?
Like John Means on a horrendous Orioles team.
Yeah.
Okay. Underperformed last year. People were a little high on Mitch Keller last year.
Yeah. No, Brad Keller.
No, you're on Brad, but people were talking about Mitch as a sleeper. John Means has a fucking outstanding start, and he got injured a little bit.
Sure.
But does Mitch Keller kind of become the new John?
I think he can be better almost.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Bad team. I see the comparison because Pirates,
for sure.
fucking
But
Orioles.
everyone who leaves the Pirates seems to do really well. Like look at Joe Musgrove. Maybe if maybe if Mitch Keller leaves, Cy Young winner. But there we go. That's all I got. 3 sleepers for you. Anything from you, Jarrett?
No. Subscribe.
Subscribe. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time.